Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA, living in my car for 16 months now. Did my push-ups this morning, did my back workout. My pinched nerve in my shoulder, it's like 75% better. I think I aggravated it somehow a little bit this morning, but that's all right. Check out the remix I did of Tim Heidecker screaming about Trump and coronavirus. That's on Tim Heidecker's channel. It was a lot of fun to make, and I hope to make more remixes of his Office Hours podcast, best of moments from that. I stood outside because there are some outdoor electrical outlets that I know of around here. I'm lucky I found them. Charging my phone because I drained that fucking battery. I went down to like 15%. I'm gonna try and be better about it today. So I stood there for like an hour or so. I was thinking how nice it was just to stand out there, quiet. Things were closed down, just a handful of people walking around. And I was thinking how when the shutdown first started in LA, April 19th, I was panicked. I was so upset and worried. I was lying in my car thinking, oh my goodness, like what the hell's gonna happen? Are people going to come up to me and attack me and rob me? Or are the police going to start ticketing people for sleeping in their cars? You know, what's going to happen? I was kind of in despair. I was panicked. After like a night or two of that, I stopped. And, you know, the showering thing, it was a little bit... You know, I was wondering about that too. Like, oh no, I can't shower. I can't work out at the gym. Now I barely even miss it. The gym, I can do without it. I can do better workouts. I do better workouts now just with body weight. And I'm learning new techniques and stuff. And also, I just don't have to deal with the stress of people around me, of driving all the way to the gym. Rude people, you know, scream. Ah! Ah! Even though they're not supposed to at the gym, just psychopaths and rude people dancing to music. What the fuck? Dancing, that just shows you just want pleasure. You just want to consume pleasure. I don't respect that. That is gross to me. It's like saying you're willing to corrode and rot. And also, you're willing to please yourself in front of others? That's sick. I don't do that stuff. Maybe you think that's okay, but that's gross. Don't dance in front of people without their consent. That to me is like someone's fixing to commit violence because you're showing like, yeah, I'm amping myself up. I don't give a fuck about people's boundaries. I'm gonna violate them if I want to, and pleasure myself in front of them. Ugh, my tissue got stuck in my nose. My allergies are acting up. I put a tissue over my nose, and under the mask, it pretends glasses or goggles from fogging up. But my allergies are acting up, so I took a big, breath of air through my nose, and it pulled the tissue up to it. Anyway, but point is, I was thinking about how this is making me even more resilient. I'm working out harder. My hands are so much stronger now, literally the grip power, because after I shower with water bottles in the morning, I wring out my clothes to get as much water out as I can before I lay them on the back by the back window, so that as the sun comes up, I park so that the sun is at the rear of the car. It'll trap the heat there and dry them out, which has not been happening the last 2 days. So my towels are all fucking moldy and shit because it was raining and the sun didn't come out and it was cold. Sun came out a few minutes each day, but finally the rain stopped. And so when I wring out those clothes, man, my hands get stronger. I wake up feeling it, like the strength in my hands. But I was just thinking how, you know, this is making me more resilient, and it's not a good thing that people are out of work or anything. It's not at all. Because there are families who are, you know, and just people without families struggling to get the medicine they need, get the food they need. I've seen the lines at food banks. Funny how we make fun of other countries for waiting for food, and we do it here while we also just throw away good food. We waste it. I don't mean just people who eat it and throw it away. I mean farmers, grocery stores. You see it in the news. Look it up. They're destroying, pouring out milk, destroying food, rather than giving it to the poor. Why? Because they don't think they can make money from it. Ugh, my allergies. But I'm glad I have been sort of, building up the fortitude, sort of steeling my mind, like stealing, like the metal, stealing my mind the last 16 months of being homeless, living in my car, to prepare for this point to where now I'm getting through it as best as I can. I'm still somehow making videos, still finding a way to charge my phone. I'm so glad I'm in LA. Still having to get over my depersonalization, derealization disorder. Still writing. I had a great idea this morning and I didn't write it right away. Now I forget it. Oh well. Maybe it wasn't that great. I don't know. And still pushing myself, to do more. Yeah, the money is worse than it's ever been. I'm barely making any money. But having to find bathrooms to use, all that, especially number 2, which I'm planning on doing this morning. But even with all that, this is just making me more resilient. And I hope to come out of this even better, with more success, more health, better tools, more ready to make movies and videos. And who knows what else is going to happen. I keep being surprised, just like when I used to. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what this is like. Being surprised at the ideas that came to me when I wasn't expecting them, because I had sort of, greased those wheels and got them moving throughout the day of thinking about ideas for stories, for movies, and I've been writing them down. Because always when I think I can't write anymore, more ideas come to me. It may be the inertia of, okay, in this moment I can't write anymore, I don't know what else to write, but an hour or 2 later, it's like that train has kept moving with that inertia, and now it's coming to me. It's like, oh yes, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Excuse me. Somebody told me about a place to shower nearby. I went to check it out this morning, but all they gave me was an intersection, and they said there'll be a sign out front, and I couldn't find it. Luckily it was very close by, so I didn't waste a lot of time driving. I was pissed, but I was like, oh, whatever, The guy gave me the name of the place. They have like several places they help people out around LA. I'll call them, find out the exact location. I don't know if I want to use a shower like that, but I'll look into it because it's real close by. And you'd be surprised when you realize all the little things that make a shower unpleasant. When at Planet Fitness, for instance, about 15% of the time, the hooks outside the showers, they're so cheap, they're like plastic, they're broken. Ugh. So you got to set your gym bag on the floor. And they don't have, a lot of Planet Fitnesses, they don't have anywhere like a sort of a shower caddy or whatever, or a tray to put down your shampoo and stuff, your body wash. So I just put them on the floor. And if I shave in the shower, because I don't like doing it at the sink, I don't like taking up a sink when more people use the sinks than use the showers, I'll put the razor on top of my body wash, and then when I go to use the body wash, I'll put it on my shampoo, because I use the shampoo first. That's why I don't put it on the shampoo first. So it's like stuff like that you learn because you don't have the conveniences of a well-designed bathroom. Or the shower head will be broken on those. Man, when it's like that, I've seen it more than once, several times, where the shower head breaks off at Planet Fitness. These things are so cheap, but they're what slows down the water. If it breaks off, it's like a little jet of water that's like a laser that can cut steel, that fires out at you, and you can't move it. It's like one spot and you have to like hit your hand with it. It's like a power drill in your hand and like scoop the water in the air back onto you, deflect it onto you. And also, Although I usually don't have to wait because I go to the Planet Fitness that's really like slow. People take way too long to shower. I don't respect that. Man, I do it quick. I've learned how to do it quick. Oh, excuse me. And anyways, I'm just tired of dealing with all the rudeness there. There's more rude stuff. I had no point in fixating on it at the gym. So it's like, why not? I could just work out better by myself with a few basic movements. Yeah, the pull-up bars, they're closed now. Kind of sucks at the park. I still see guys using them. I don't respect that. If they're closed, they're closed. I don't want to mess with them. And also, I don't want to risk the police coming by, getting a ticket. And I just don't like the idea of kids seeing that, if kids are around, and, you know, setting a bad example for them. Yeah, I'm not saying all the rules make sense, but if they're closed, fine. Figure out other workouts. When it reopens, I may not go back to the gym. I may keep my membership, I don't know. Because if I travel again, especially to an area where I can't just shower on the street, like if there's just too many people around, then I may want to use it. But anyways, it's not a bad experience overall, even though, yeah, the money is really bad right now. And I guess I'm getting the $1,200. I mean, I qualify for it, I believe. $1,200 relief money. Man, that's going straight to bills. So after that, that's the question, is like, when are the film jobs going to be back? When are we going to be working again? I don't know if the movie I was set to work on, if it's going to go into production after all this. Because you never know. Like, the people who put up the money for movies, they may decide, okay, during the shutdown, they'll take it somewhere else. Even under good circumstances, they may do that. Or they may decide they don't want to spend the money on it. So, you never know. Oh, sorry. My allergies. But anyways, I'm trying to be very mindful of what I eat. Well, I pronounced eat weird. Exercise well. Look for new opportunities. YouTube's basically my main job now. That and writing. Although I don't get paid for that. But it helps what I'm doing in YouTube. It helps me be more creative and find more opportunities. I'm really glad I wasn't planning on doing that video about Tim Heidecker. It was just, okay, I was inside and I was on my laptop and I was watching and I saw it was funny. I was like, oh, maybe I can edit this. And then I kept doing more and more and more changes. So, you know, I wasn't just an hour before that happened, I wasn't expecting to make that video. And it was just another good step, another good thing. And just now it's got to do another one and another one of whatever that may be. So again, you know, let me know how you're getting through this. I'm really curious, you know, who's struggling out there, who's able to get by right now, who's this just making things worse for, is just not helping, or who is using this to, you know, it's sort of getting them more resilient. I say that now, let's see how things keep going, but I'm going to try. My feet are soaking wet. I'm going to wring out my socks and get to writing, I guess. All right, everybody.